getting a mic.
Is anyone here?
What did you find? You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.
Hello, good Tuesday evening, everybody. Welcome back to Supernatural Confessions Ghost-Mortem. Usually we start at 10 p.m. on the dot every week, but today we are starting at 10:30. As you can see on the screen, my beanie buddy is not here yet, and I will explain to you guys what happened, and you will either be very impressed or you'll be very mind blown by the sheer dedication that the Supernatural Confessions hosts have coming in every week to run a very tight show for you. So I don't know if Jonathan wanted me to tell you this, but he seems quite in good spirits, so I think he's all okay now. Jonathan got into an accident, a bicycle accident today, and it got so bad that he went to the hospital. He had to do a lot of medical checkup. He was there from evening, and at 7 p.m. I said, it's okay that we don't do the show today, just get well. I says, no, I think I can make it out in time. The nurse recognized me, so she let me go first. I'll be out soon. And then I said, okay, at 8:30, you let me know. If you're not out yet, I think we can cancel the show or we can postpone it, right? I'm sure the fans will understand. He said, no, I will be there. And at 10 o'clock, we did our sound check. 9:50 to be exact. We did our sound check. And he was laughing, typical Jonathan with his beard and everything. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm going to do a Sonia. I'm going to be taking this call remotely from the hospital. And I said, bro, you really, really sure? It is okay to cancel. There is no shame in that, right? He says, no, I'll find a corner. I said, okay, since 10 o'clock, why don't we go on air now? He says, yes, John, I can hear you. Let me try to patch you in. I was just talking about you. We were just talking about you. No, it seems okay. Now, for some reason, you're not appearing on my screen. Hold on, guys. I'm just trying to patch John in. He's here now. John, for some reason, I can't seem to patch you in. I'm not sure where you are. Anyway, so as I was saying, so at 10 o'clock, I wanted to get John in, and then he said, I can't go in now. The nurse is trying to patch up my wounds. I was like, okay, it sounds really, really bad. Yeah, but your reception is terrible, John. Yeah, it's red. Okay, you try to go somewhere. Okay. And for some reason, you're not showing my screen. Don't know why. Just now can, now cannot. Okay. Yeah, so guys, just give us a few minutes. I'm trying to get John out of the. Okay, John's walking out of the hospital right now. Hard call are you, John? Yes, slightly better, but I still can't seem to patch you in. Not sure why. No, the reception is bad. I get red bars from you, John. Yeah, please just get out and log in again. Okay, yeah, log in. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna try to sort Jonathan out as he finds his nice little quiet corner. John was a cyclist or a pedestrian. Honestly, I don't know. He said it was a bike accident. I just don't think Jonathan is the kind of guy that rides a bike. I may be wrong, but he doesn't come across to me as a guy who rides a bike. Rides a sleigh with reindeers, maybe. Ride a bike, I don't think so.
Here I am.
There you go. There he is.
Better? Is it better?
Yes, John, slightly better.
Okay, I just have to spend the whole hour standing here.
Okay. So everyone is. I was just telling people about why we are starting at 10:30.
So
Yeah. So I mean, there's so many people who were here early, and I just want to say thanks to Han Jay, Sin, Willman here, Eileen Chua. Who else do we have here? Gian Fat. Oh, good lord. John, you just fell out. You just dropped out again. Okay. So while we wait for John to come back,
you.
there he is. Okay. Maybe you can.
You disappeared just now.
Okay, because I think you fell out. I saw you disconnected.
Okay.
What happened, John?
So I discovered that Ulu Pandan Reservoir is a very nice and spooky place to cycle in the middle of the night because it's completely deserted and some areas are really dark. What I didn't expect was that on one of the slopes, the terrain changes halfway from tarmac to sand. So when I hit the sand going downhill, my bicycle decided it wanted to go right. My body decided it wanted to go left.
Oh,
And so, ta-da! And ta-da!
Oh!
Yeah, so my left side is quite scratched up.
That's what, tonight?
Early this morning, 5 a.m.
And you were in hospital the whole time, all the way to now?
Nah, I went to the clinic. Then the clinic said they did a rough dressing, and then they said you better go and check for internal injuries and X-ray and stuff.
It must have been quite bad then.
No, in the end it's okay. The X-ray said no problem. I mean, I'm aching a lot, but it's all internal bruising lah.
Then when you go and bathe later, sure, pedis or not?
I bathe one side. I stand half in the door and half outside the door and I shower like that. I don't know. I'll figure that all out later.
Yeah. On behalf of the Supernatural Confessions community, thank you so much for your service, John. I gave you a lot of way out to cancel today's show, but I know you wouldn't want to miss it for the world. We've been planning this, and I think everyone. I speak on behalf of everyone that we are grateful that, despite calling in from the hospital, you want to make the show happen.
Thanks for waiting, guys. Thanks for waiting.
So, Sonia,
unfortunately, I can't read the comments. I don't know who's there, but
okay.
Hi, everybody.
I'll read the comment. Sonia Kurana is here as well. Good to see you well, John. Sonia Kurana used to be the only one in the Supernatural Confessions host who held the record of streaming while she was in hospital.
John is inspired by her. Yeah.
Inspired by her.
Yeah, I'm doing a Sonia. Okay, this is called doing a Sonia.
A lot of props and mad respect to you guys. John, so today, now let's get on the show proper. It's 10:38. Glad to see you all smiling and all. I'm sure you're probably still high on painkillers. So while we got you all smiley, let's talk about today's show.
So today's show actually is quite appropriately medical as well. Right? The theme is quite right. And some of you might have seen the poster, right? And it's unique because the protagonist, right, is from an age group that we have not seen in any of the films in any of our seasons. Okay lah. There was one old lady in season 1, if you remember, right? The blue room. Remember the blue room?
Yeah.
Right? But she was not the protagonist. She was so the entity.
Yeah.
Right? So this time the focus shifts. And psychologically it's very fascinating, because we are so used to a certain stereotypical protagonist, right? Young, healthy, fit, able to run, but then it's so different when you take all those abilities away, and you replace it with a whole bunch of infirmities and instabilities and obstacles.
Yeah.
Does the fear become worse? How much does the fear change? And how much of the fear is more about, sort of her incapacity than what's coming at her?
I felt because this, without going into spoilers, why I picked this show this week is a different kind of fear.
Yes.
We had great horrors, we had psychological horrors. This one got me, feeling helpless. It's one of those shows where you can't hear, they remove your ability to do something, right? And and as audience, we know what's going on, but we feel for the character, and her acting is so pitiful. Oh my god, you guys got to watch this one. This one's good.
Yeah, the director does an amazing job of bringing us into her point of view, right? And it's a haunting that I would say is not unfamiliar, right? Many other protagonists have gone through similar things, but this protagonist is a whole different experience, and the director devotes the film to bringing us there.
Yeah.
And that's why it's interesting. Matt Sears is the director's name, right? And it's really unique. It's a UK production, and it's called Charlie Boy.
Charlie Boy. Also, just want
Charlie
to
Boy.
read out a quick comment for you, John. This is from
yes.
Han J. John,
Hello,
you should
Han J.
sit and make yourself comfortable, please. So we got 12 minutes to watch the show. John, why don't you find somewhere to be comfortable?
Yeah, I'll sit while we're watching.
It's 10:52.
No? Do you want a cup of tea? Are you right out there? Bit cold, isn't it? Are you sure you wouldn't like a cup of tea? No. No, he didn't do anything, just looks at me.
He's not real then, mate.
He's still there though, but he don't say anything.
You've got your panic button. If anything happens, just press that.
Oh, all right, Mick, supportive as always.
Get some sleep.
I'll see you.
Good night, Mum. Hello, this is Mick. Leave me a message and I'll get back to you.
Mick, can you please come over? I'm sure there's somebody in the house. What did I do with my panic button? Oh, I left it in there. Well, at least I'm not going mad.
It's me, Mum. It's me. What's wrong? Didn't you hear me calling you?
No, you didn't call, did you? I didn't hear you.
What's wrong?
Oh, there's a teacup outside and I saw a figure.
I didn't see anyone. You're imagining it. It's all up here in your head.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's real anymore.
Where's your panic button?
I keep forgetting where I put things, but I'm sure there's somebody in the attic. I keep hearing footsteps.
That was just me stomping around downstairs.
Will you please look then, Paul? 'Cause I'm sure there's
Oh,
somebody
all right, Mum.
there.
All right. Fine. I'll go and check.
Mick! Mick! What's happening? Mick! 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 Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
That's not going to help you.
It's 10:52.
Now, this one good to speculate.
Walao. A lot of room to speculate, man. This one.
Yeah.
Especially the ending. Woo! Navinet! No! Yeah, well, you're kind of late. You just missed the show. But we're going to do
But
commentary and we're going to dissect
We
it
will
right
commentate.
now.
We will
Commentate.
commentate. Yeah.
Oh, my. Okay.
What did you guys think?
This is the equivalent of kicking a puppy kind of show.
Yeah, I'm just horrified at how the ghost is bullying her every step of the way.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so cruel.
It is. I think like what the audience have been saying, right?
Yeah.
It's one thing to haunt someone. You know, like in a typical horror movie, you haunt the protagonist. We feel scared, right, for the
Correct.
protagonist. But this, we feel a certain level of sadness and sorrow for the protagonist. So there's two layers. There's fear of a scary movie, and then fear on behalf of a very helpless old lady. And in a short film, to get us to be so vested for the character, I think they have done this very well.
I mean, it's fear mixed with pity, right?
Yes.
You know, it's pity. You know, I mean, they're shamelessly playing up the ageism of it. You know, so they're playing on all of our personal fears of what it's like to grow old.
Yeah.
Cannot see, abandoned, alone in a crowded, cramped house. Cannot walk. You know, so many very personal fears. Even as you're watching the film, you're not just afraid of the ghost. You're afraid of becoming her.
Yes.
You know, she's all of us one day, you know. So this film is terrifying socially and sort of personally, right?
So in this 12 minutes film, right, I felt the roller coaster of emotions more so than any of the other short films that we have featured this season.
Yeah.
Right? Even I don't know whether this part got to you, John. But yes, you mentioned about loneliness, and we can see loneliness, isolation. Probably the husband is dead, or she's on her own, and then she's only talking to her son because her son is like the only one that she can refer to. And then you think, right, that he would come and save the day, and when he come in, he was grumpy and scolding her. She's like, please.
He even let her go to answering machine at one point, right?
Yeah.
Because you're sick of receiving calls from her, you know? So I mean, it's a classic abandoned grandma, grandpa kind of scenario, right? Which as Singaporeans, we hear a lot about, you know? And I think it's terrible to see it from that point of view.
Yeah.
And then to add a ghost to it is like, please give her a break. You know?
There's very good comments on the comment section right now. Herman Kumar says, I hate ghosts who haunt without reason. Alicia Adrian Chua says, And then KK Heng says, but we do not know the background of Granny though. And then he go on to say, she could be torturing young souls when she was younger. So we all see old people, right? And we immediately give them a lot of, oh, you also poor thing, she's very old, you know? And sometimes there's this Chinese saying, right? It's like, 老人骗 is it 坏人变老还是老人变坏 right?
Yep.
Right?
Okay.
Just because you're old does not mean you're good. You could have been a terrible person all your life, and now when you're old, you just, in this 12 minutes, you incite a lot of sympathy for people, but you could have been torturing kids the better part of your life, right?
So maybe the whole attic is just full of her victims.
It could be, right? It could be. So this is all speculation mode right now.
That would be a good twist, though. That would be an interesting twist.
Yeah. So,
What else?
And also we okay. So one hint, right? Again, going along the same lines as what audience is talking about, that the old lady could have been a terrible person, and this is karma catching up with her. Her son gave a nice clue. We could assume that the son is a terrible person to begin with, and therefore he treats his mother that way.
Right.
Or you could also see as he has been living with his mother all his life, and he knows what a terrible person the mother is, and that's why he's not. He's not cutting her some slack. He said, I'm doing my job as a son, but I'm doing it barely. What do you think, John?
I think, okay, I mean, definitely if this was a different film, that would be a very interesting twist, right? If this was a film for like Alter, then that would be the twist, But I think this film is more concerned with social realism, right, than sort of horror tropes. It uses horror tropes, but what it's really getting at is something else. So I feel there aren't enough clues. If I was going to make a film where she turns out to be, a Nazi Nazi scientist who experimented on children, and this is her victim coming back for her, I would certainly lay a few breadcrumbs, so that some people will get it. So yeah, I feel not enough. Yeah. But and I think what the film does already try to do is already very powerful, and I think that's what Matt Sears is getting at. He really is trying to sort of say, have you imagined how much the fear multiplies, when you are in her state, and don't forget, you will be in her state.
Mark Shippo was saying just now while the show was playing, why doesn't she run away? I think she can. She's this walker thing.
Going back into the bathroom to check for her panic button was already such a chore. Just crossing that hallway. I don't think if she tried to run, I think she won't get very far.
There are some thriller shows where this girl was in a wheelchair, and there was a serial killer movie. There's also Bird Box, where you cannot see the horror. There's also the other one where the silence one, you cannot make noise. It seems like this show is putting a few of that, disability horror into one short film.
But she's the ultimate bundle of disabilities. She's got it all.
See.
Her senses, her mobility. She doubts her own sanity right at the beginning, right? The first phone call, she's already... So she's not even sure she's being haunted. And that's even worse, right? When your fear is not even concrete fear. So you can't even decide, should I run or should I not? Right? And she wishes it will go away. When she prays, it's very interesting because she actually believes her prayer worked. Right? She finished her prayer. She finished her prayer and then she opened her eyes. And then she realized, shit, it did not work. I would have spent the whole night with my eyes shut. It's only because she actually believed it might have worked. So throughout all this ordeal, she has that little bit of naive hope that it'll be okay. I mean, she went to sleep.
That's not gonna work, right? What was the line that was it?
Yeah, exactly. That's not gonna help you.
That's not gonna help you. Oh shit!
And, this is another thing, right? So in response to the idea that she's the wicked one, right? I think A, there are not many clues in that direction, but B, there are many clues that the ghost is not being vengeful; it is being mischievous, right? For example, the teacup. Right, the teacup is a big clue. That is not a vengeful act. That is
a naughty poltergeist. Yeah,
it's very poltergeisty, right? And then of course taking the panic button and putting it in the attic, and then making noise so that she will ask the son to go to the attic. There's a lot of manipulation here. That's not about hurting her, but about screwing with her. Right?
Then, speaking of son to the attic, Rai is saying something happened to her son, but the granny got no reaction. I think that's a lot of speculation there. Is he dead? Is he not dead?
I don't think she knows. She can't tell, and she'll never find out. If he got pulled up into the attic, she will never know because she can't get up there.
Yeah.
She can't get up there. He's
The
beyond her already. You
the
know?
one part that I felt very fearful for
Mm.
when I was watching as an audience is
Yeah.
she heard laughter. Ha ha ha. She
Yeah.
heard the door
yeah.
opening and close, and then she hears something running on top of
Yeah.
the roof. We, as normal, able human, young adult, when we hear things like that, marble dropping, door opening,
Yeah.
door slamming, door closing, able-bodied, full sight ability to run, we get scared.
Yeah.
Imagine her feeling
Yeah.
scared but unable to do anything, can't see anything.
Correct.
And when you pray, it means your only option now is to lie in bed and
Mm.
pray to God to help you.
Yeah.
And then you hear that's not going to work. This show is all about hopelessness and isolation.
And I think, speaking of our sort of our not just fear but our experience of fear, right?
Yeah.
I get the sense that she's not a woman who has experienced this much before. This is the first. I almost get the sense that this is her virgin haunting.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
not savvy about these things. She's a good Catholic girl. Never thought she would, this kind of thing would ever enter her life. So she's not able to respond, right? If she was an Asian old lady, my goodness, she'll have a cupboard full of joss and talismans and her tanki on speed dial. No Asian woman will get to that age without a lot of weapons, okay?
Yeah.
Right? But she clearly is, your clueless Caucasian ama who really all she got is 2 lines of a prayer and that's all she's got in her arsenal. Poor thing.
Asian grandma. If this was done with Asian grandma, straight away go kitchen, blind take out the rice bowl.
Yeah. That little boy is going to end up inside a vinegar bottle. Okay? Or sealed in a vinegar
plug
bottle.
the pomegranate leaf, come back and show yourself.
Exactly. Right. So it is the word I used just now was naive, right? She's naive because of her age, because of probably her religious upbringing, as well as her cultural, context. She's that kind of suburban Angmo. Yes. What did you
John,
just think about? Yeah.
Remember I asked you just now, I said we're going to ask this question during the commentary, right? I said, how do you explain the ending? Remember? The ending, it's not going to work. The ghosts appear. It fades to black. Next morning, she's at the coffee table with a clock, remember? And I said, I don't understand that part.
Yeah.
It seems
Does someone
to
have
me
a theory?
that the audience have a theory.
Let's hear it.
I am actually thinking this could be right.
Okay.
Okay, well, let me take a look at this.
Try.
They also, by the way, talking about your mustache and your beard.
Yes,
grows
this
back
is
so
2 weeks.
fast.
2 weeks, huh?
This is
2
2
weeks.
This is my 2 weeks.
It's okay. It's not a race.
Says the clear winner.
Yeah, exactly right.
Okay.
Generous. Okay,
let me see.
we had 3 theories, but let's see what everyone else's theory is. Okay.
Hanjay says,
Ah.
and she no, I think it started before that. Something about the woman the woman's having dementia, and she forgets the next morning, and she relieves this every night. Jill Chong says, agree, due to dementia, forget it by the morning. Yeah.
That's one of our theories. Yeah.
Malay granny will swap it with a sapu lili.
I love that. Yeah.
So I think that scene, the ending scene, what the audience is saying is she's suffering from dementia.
There's a big clue to that, right? I mean, of course, the repeated ritual, right, is a clue, right? It seems to suggest a reset, right? Right, as if nothing happened. That's number 1. Number 2, in the middle of that reset, she does seem a little bit stressed, right?
Yeah.
She was So I'm thinking she's trying to remember something. There's something she needs to remember, but it's gone.
Wow. I didn't even pick that up.
As a writer, I would love that ending because we know what she needs to remember and she doesn't, right? This is dramatic irony at its best. Dramatic irony is basically a sort of strategy where you let the audience know the truth, but we can see the protagonist is clueless and we're screaming and screaming and screaming. Like horror uses dramatic irony a lot, right? Every time you go, don't go up the stairs, don't go into the cellar, that's dramatic irony because we know what's there. In this case, we saw it all happen. But she not only doubts her senses, by the next morning, wiped. And yet we know her son is up in the attic. Did.
Now I know
Right?
how my partners feel. They are like the audience, and I the one who always forget things. And I told you yesterday, Allah, how can you not know? And I'm like, blur, very clueless. Is it? You told me before. I like the granny here. Okay.
Yeah, So I think that would probably be the 80%, 90%. I think that's the way the film wants us to go.
Shall we
You
watch
know?
it? And because it's 10:05,
Yes, let
shall we
us.
watch it and
Yes,
commentary?
let us commentate. Let's talk about the Charles Bonnet syndrome. Can you read it out? It's a bit small on my
Charles
screen.
Bonnet syndrome, the experience of complex visual hallucination because of the partial blindness.
Yeah.
The Max's film.
So immediately it wants you to doubt her, right? It wants you to think she's not seeing what she's seeing. And I love these blur lights, and then these speckles of particles. Is like,
It's like your eyesight is gone, right? Child
Yeah.
boy.
I almost can see like the veins of your eye kind of thing,
Mm.
Yeah. POV is a very, very powerful thing in this film. Look at her
Okay.
trembling hand.
So
And then-
trembling hand, bling bling bling.
Wow, I tell you, so
She's not even writing.
she's alert enough to want to do crosswords. Her mind is alert.
Mind is
But
alert.
but she's trapped in a body that's just not cooperating, right?
Mm.
That's terrible. The frustration, not just the loneliness and,
52.
You can see the frustration in the face.
yeah. I think she's a
alone, nothing
very
to do.
subtle,
Yeah.
subtle actress. Very subtle actress.
Beatrice Howard.
Nice.
Probably this one is up for best actress, huh? Okay, so she looks outside. I guess she's looking for her son, lah, right?
She unlocks the door. Oh no, she's checking that it's she's just checking. I think
she saw the
you can
boy.
you can see how cautious she is. She's about to go to sleep. She checks that the door is locked. She's got her rituals, lah, right? And then she sees something. She's not sure if she saw it. Straight away called aside. Yeah, what can she do, right? I think she's timid also, right? Because she's not gonna open the door and shout at the boy,
Yeah.
which any other person probably would try to do, right?
But I mean, you're
You know?
old and you are
Yeah.
vulnerable. You're not going to challenge
Might be
anything.
someone in my garden, Nick.
I mean, okay, this is another thing to bear in mind, right?
Standing
Living
in my little garden.
in the suburbs of the UK,
Oh,
there's a lot of old folk bashing going on,
yeah.
right? There are delinquents
I
that
know I
do
saw things
bash
before,
old
but
people,
that was
so
only shapes
she would
and
probably be
patterns
afraid
of
for a very
person.
practical reason,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Wow, she has so many things to fear, I tell you.
How do I know
Yes.
if it's real or not then?
I don't think she's even thinking ghosts,
No,
we
she's
are
not.
we are thinking ghosts, but she's not.
No, but at this point, let's say we don't know it's a horror show, right?
Yeah. Then-
It's more of a robbery, like a
Yeah,
delinquent,
correct.
right? UK
Home
delinquent.
invasion.
Exactly that.
Yeah, absolutely. And all she has is that one little lock.
I like it that she's offering him a cup of tea. So English.
It's cold. Are you sure you wouldn't like
So wary.
No.
Well, her home is not secure at all.
Not for sure, yeah.
It's not real then, mate.
It's still there though, but you don't say anything.
And she doesn't have a mobile,
Got your panic button. If anything happens, just
right?
press
She's
that.
too old to have a
All
mobile.
right, Nick,
Nobody wants to give her a
supportive
mobile.
as always.
Get some sleep.
I see you.
Good night, ma'am.
Oh, look at her, so frail. I'm just to know whether, as an actress, is she really that frail or is she just acting this frail?
Yeah, that would be amazing if she turns out to be half that age.
Yeah.
Maybe she's like a ballroom dance champion or something. Like
If that's the case, she's definitely nominating her for best actress for this.
okay, I love how the panic button looks so much like an amulet or a talisman. Right? It's that
Oh.
eye, the evil eye thing.
Yeah. Ryan said she invited it home. That's why this is the first time that she's experiencing all this. Because previously it was outside. It's not in her house.
Yeah.
She invited it home.
Which does also suggest, is it a vampire? Right? Because she invited, right?
Yeah. A lot of sound. This one you gotta wear your earphones, it's just sound.
Yeah. Oh, see, it's just screwing with her.
Yeah.
You know, it knows what she's doing and then it's messing with her. And then she thinks, oh no, there's someone outside. But instead of someone,
But
it's the tea. And it's the tea that she was offering.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, come on, this thing is really having a laugh in the corner. Now is the moment where her mind is going like, oh shit.
So I mean, like on the comment section, some people are saying it's all a figment of her imagination. But if it was, then you won't get this kind of poltergeist activities.
Not at all.
The movie is really telling you that there is something there.
It's moving us because when she talked about the boy outside in the
Can
garden,
you please
we
come
don't see that
over?
boy.
I'm
So it's
sure
possible that
there's
she's
somebody in their
imagining.
house.
But we see the teacup. Right? So
No, we
if
saw
you
the
have-
boy. The boy was actually on the screen the whole
Is
time.
it?
Yes.
Oh,
Very
actually,
clearly, audience can
on
see.
my tiny little screen, I cannot see. Sorry.
Yeah, I can see. So now she called the son, and the son is not picking up. It went straight up. How does a panic gadget work? I think the panic gadget works when you press it, the police will come, or the neighbors will come. It's connected to some other device location. Like in a handicapped toilet, there's
Yeah.
an alarm button.
Yes.
Same thing.
This is a very sterile looking house. Can I just say that the hospital waiting room I was just in looks much more inviting than her house? You know, look at it. It's no colors at all. It's like the feeling I get is this is not her home. This is where they put her. It's a small flat for the aged. It's not where she grew
But then
up.
she's
It's
alone,
not where
what?
her memories are.
Okay.
Yeah, lah, so you know what I mean? The son has probably taken over the family home.
Oh, I like this effect.
Yeah, that was a lovely moment. I kind of wish they did more with the specs on, specs off thing, you know? Just to sort of enjoy that
Only I
moment
think
a
one
little bit
time
more.
you get the
One
nice,
time enough.
Second time is the effect is lost already.
Otherwise, it'll become like the lights out, is it?
Yeah, right.
on off.
She's questioning her sanity, right? She's praying, she's
Yeah.
questioning her sanity, she doesn't know what's going on. She's
But
okay,
what
never mind, just
to
lie
do?
down.
Go to sleep. And what did she do?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know?
Old folks project in England. So this maybe
Yeah,
the
correct.
the houses
Yeah.
here is all old folks. Okay, yeah.
It has that feeling, right? It's like a normal house split up into like 4 or 5 small
Yeah.
units for old folks. So the walls are bare. Her possessions are so few.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
but still got photo all that. Okay lah.
Yeah lah, minimal lah.
Possible.
Yeah. So I was saying to Eugene just now that, you know, another sign of mischief and wickedness is, you know, I think the music she's playing on the radio is one comfort.
Yeah.
But then the boy also spoils that. You know? He's slowly chipping away at her comfort.
tormenting her. I think this is a very malicious spirit.
It is very much.
It doesn't sound like a naughty poltergeist. Yes, it started off that way, but this one seemed to have an intent.
It's targeted. It's very targeted. Do you remember those American urban legends of the black-eyed children? It's a little bit like that. You know, the ones that come to your door, ask for a drink of water, and then once they get in your house, that's it. They torment you until you go crazy.
Oh, it's like the Nenek Keropok of our urban legend, local urban legend. She will ask you for a glass of water. You let her in, she will.
Yeah.
It's me, Mum. It's
Ah, it's
me.
bad.
What's wrong? Didn't you hear me calling you?
No, you didn't.
You see, I this part really is the kick the puppy
What's
kind
wrong?
of feeling. When he walks in, I thought, okay, savior lai liao.
You're
Then
imagining it. It's all up here
this
in your
behavior,
head.
wow, really gets to
I
me.
don't know. I don't know what's real anymore.
Where's your panic button?
I keep forgetting where I put things. But I'm sure there's somebody in the attic. I keep hearing footsteps.
That was just me stomping around downstairs.
Will you please look then for me? 'Cause I'm sure there's
Oh,
somebody
all right, Mum.
there.
All right. Fine. I'll go and check.
But I can also imagine he's probably dealing with her, with her all along, and he's tired.
Yeah.
He's also frustrated. So as a caregiver, he is reacting in a way that someone has been.
I mean, he did rush over.
Yes.
So despite his attitude, his actions, I mean, Did she have to work very hard to persuade him to go up to the attic? No, he's doing it. So
he
actually, he's
loves
very
her.
quiet.
Yeah.
He's very quiet. He's just very quiet also.
Yeah, frustration, frustration.
Yeah.
Right, like we do love our parents or our partners, but the frustration sets in and we talk that way. So I get that, So it's
And he's not young. So how long has he been dealing with looking after her?
Yeah.
It's been decades and decades. Okay. Yeah.
So it plays a lot with the emotions for a very short film. It gives you a lot of roller coaster for it.
And all filtered through a different generation. That's why it's interesting. If you replace these two with a 40-something and a 20-something, it will be a very conventional horror film.
Yeah.
Right? It's just the age that filters everything differently. The talisman. Yeah, so
But I got a question here. He asked, where is your panic button? She says, I don't know, maybe in the attic. What make her think it's in the attic?
did she say? I don't think she
Yes.
said in the attic.
Yeah. Okay,
That's
let you hear
strange.
again, huh?
That
I
would
think
be
this might
weird
be
if she
might
said
be an
that.
important clue, huh?
No, what she
Hey,
said was,
Mum,
I'm
it's
sure
me.
there's something in
What's
the
wrong?
attic.
Didn't you hear me calling you?
No, you didn't call, did you? I didn't hear you.
What's wrong?
Oh, there's a teacup outside and I saw a figure.
I
and
didn't
I'm
see
sorry.
anyone. You're imagining it. It's all up here in your head.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's real anymore.
Where's your panic button?
I keep forgetting where I put things, but I'm sure there's somebody in the attic.
There, I'm sure there's
I'm
something
sure there's
in
somebody
the
It's
in
just
the
me
attic.
stomping around
I don't know where I put it.
downstairs.
So, okay, suffering from
Yeah.
dementia is probably right, or early stage
all right,
dementia.
man, all right.
I mean, I love
Fine.
that line that she said, right? I don't know what's real anymore.
Yes.
Right? That's where she is, So she's still not thinking it's a ghost,
Yeah.
right?
Doubting
She's
her own
doubting.
sanity. lah.
Correct. I think the moment she finally gets it is,
Yeah, this is very good. I
oh,
like this effect. Walao, look at that.
that face.
Look at that, guys.
Very effective, simple. I like it. And not too close, not too obvious, so that you save up for the big scare later. Right? There's a lot of restraint in this film.
Okay, yeah. She told him to go look at attic because she can hear sounds from there. It's nothing to do with the panic
Yeah.
button. You guys are right.
Yeah,
Okay.
she heard stuff. She heard, which means the boy deliberately made it happen, right?
Yeah.
He wanted the son to go up.
What's happening? Mick?
He might have just fallen and
Fallen
hurt
and
himself.
knocked.
Yeah, he's lying there.
So no clue.
There, this prayer is so
Father,
vulnerable.
which art in heaven, hallowed
She
be
doesn't
thy
finish it.
name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
That's not going to help you.
You can feel her hair moving. The voice
Yeah,
is just
yeah.
there beside her.
The effect is fantastic.
So she knows, she can feel this thing right beside her ear. She can't go anywhere. Okay, so John, you said that she opened her eyes after prayer. That's not true. You see this part again,
Yeah.
right? Someone blowing into her
That's
ear.
not going to help you.
Right.
Yeah. But then,
Okay, yeah. I
so
think
she made her
heard something.
choice.
She heard
She made her
then
choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we can think about why she decided to. I would never open my eyes again. If that
Hide
was
under the
me.
blanket, pretend.
Yeah.
This
I
new
like
outfit,
that.
Eddie, right?
Yeah, I like that reset. I like how they use the kettle, the shrill whistling of the kettle, almost like a resetting, right?
Pours her tea, like how she did the night before when the show first started.
Yep.
Goes to lock the door. Same.
Yeah. This is her
ritual.
usual ritual. And then she sits there.
Now this part, look at the
Yeah.
acting, right?
So I like to imagine that she's troubled by something. It's like, something's different. But that's it.
She can't remember.
Question mark. It ends on a question mark.
Yeah, she can't remember.
But I just noticed something, guys.
What?
Where's the tea she just poured?
Huh?
You look at the table after she locked the door.
Okay, so she poured
She
tea.
pours the tea. Right?
Tea is there. Okay, so they focus on the
Is that
teacup.
on
They
the
want
table?
you
Is that
to-
on the table? Is that teacup on the table? Because the table is white, but when you see the tea again, like now she's pouring it.
Okay.
Okay, and then when you see a wider shot of the tea, it's not on the table. Is she offering the tea to the boy?
Oh!
Is it outside? Because it's quite dark, right? Did she put tea outside the door for the boy? That's a whole different interpretation now. Now has she become tamed by the boy, and now every night she has to offer it tea? She's like the servant slave of the boy now.
She puts it out for the boy.
Yeah. And so now the boy's in charge. No wonder she sit there and stress, right? Because she's like, oh shit, I've given control to this demon.
She pours.
See?
It's on the table, right? The color is different, lighting is different.
She pours the tea.
Right.
And then the tea is not in her dining room.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Is it there? Is it there?
Guys, you can see, right? The
Oh,
cup
there
is
it
there.
is.
Okay, it's too small for you, John, on your phone.
Yeah, I can
The
see it now.
tea
Okay, I can
is
see
now
it.
outside the door. Can
That's
see,
it.
right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
I did not
she
catch
has
this
become-
before when I watched it a few times. It's thanks to you
Neither
guys.
did
for
I.
them.
It's so small. It's so small. She has become enslaved by the spirit.
And that is why, as Ghost-Mortem, we need the entire community to watch with us, because these are little things that we don't catch. I
Yeah.
don't catch it.
That's amazing. That makes the ending even more
Very
powerful.
different now. So is
Very
it dementia? It's not
powerful.
dementia anymore.
No.
Now the
she
whole idea
knows.
about her having a
Yeah.
dementia is
So
not
now
true.
that final expression is she's lost. She's lost it, right? She's given all. It's defeat, right? This is absolute defeat.
Yeah, defeat. Resignation.
She's lost her son. She can't escape.
She wants to
It
cry.
knows. Yeah.
Wow,
that's
strong, man.
That's powerful. That is
Oh.
even more powerful. Well done, Matt Sears.
Woo.
I like that. I
Hey,
like
but
that.
say from an Asian perspective, we give offering also what?
So now she's become an Asian grandma. now she knows what it's
She's
like.
possessed. I don't think she's possessed.
No,
Don't think
no.
she's
I think it would be a happier ending for her if she was possessed. But rather, she's possessed in the other way. She has become its possession. Right? Now she is the plaything. You know? Yeah. And it's going to continue tormenting her. You just imagine what, you know what I mean? It's not going to be nice to her. You
Got
know?
rid of her son, then now the ghost boy got mum.
Maybe. There's
Maybe
always
tea
that
or
trope.
some-
There's always the trope that they want a surrogate, right? So that's possible. Because the boy, I mean, the ghost clearly targeted the son with the whole ethic thing, right?
So
Putting the
Sin is saying that maybe
footsteps
she's
and
working
everything.
with the ghost to get rid of the son. I don't think she's working with the
No,
ghost.
no. I think the son, the ghost knew that he had to get the son out of the way in order to take over the grandma's life, right? So now
So
she
Charlie
has
boy
no
is
one,
yearning for the mother's love.
maybe, but in a very wicked and heartless way, lah. Right? Not an affectionate way, you know,
Yeah.
but it just wants to own a home, right? And have a mother in the coldest possible way, you know. But I just thought of another theory,
What?
which is very interesting, right? I don't know. I'm just thinking about this putting of the cup outside thing. Because why doesn't the boy, now that it's taken over, just stay in the house? Right? I mean, it's taken possession, what? This is not like a stray cat that you need to leave a window open so that the stray cat can come in, you know? If it wanted a house and it got invited in and it got rid of the son, then stay lah. Why does she need to re-invite it with a teacup? Now I'm wondering whether she also sort of wants a
The ghost is her
companion.
only companion. Think about
Yeah.
that. She's
That's-
lonely, isolation. The ghost, no matter how mischievous it is the only companion
Is
she
someone.
has.
Correct.
And she
Yeah,
rather
so-
has that companion than not to have anyone at all.
So they both have a surrogate now. You know, that's even sadder.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
even sadder.
huh?
Yeah, you know, and I love that. So there's so many ways we can take this ending, right? You know, I think it's very profound. This is a very nice 12 minutes.
Eugene, why must you pause at that pic? For
This is wonderful. This is a wonderful effect. So simple, right? So
there's a bit
simple.
of work lah. It's a bit of
Yeah,
makeup work.
yeah. But not to the extent that it becomes ridiculous. You know, very effective. Very effective. I like this. Because looking at the style of the rest of the film, you don't expect an impressive creature.
Yeah.
right? You know, it looks like it's just going to be something in white with long hair. You know, it looks like that kind of, you know, those very low budget ones, you know, but no, they obviously do have some budget to do something good, but they wanted her house to look miserable,
Yeah.
you know.
So it's an award-winning show, and I think it deserves the award. And
Yep.
also, I would say that most times John and I would pretty much nail a lot of shows. We would have come prepared. I mean, obviously we're prepared for this show as well, but it's only with the help of you guys watching it with us, dissecting, that we caught a lot of stuff that we did not see. And
This is
really,
almost like that. The wound. Remember the wound in season 3, where because of our discussion, we suddenly unlocked the mystery of where the wound led to.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Right. And the lightning flashes, and now we figured out the teacup and her ritual, her new ritual. So that's amazing, guys. That's
Good job.
awesome.
Good job, everyone.
Yeah. Well done, everyone.
Okay, 11:27 right now. We got 3 minutes, and I think in time for one short film and for you to go back and get your rest.
Yes.
Tell us about the short film that you prepared for us. I've not watched this one, so I'm going to watch it with you guys for the first time.
Okay. This one, I think we've had a similar theme before, right? About the laundry room in an apartment block. I think we had at least one, if not, and there are so many of them online, but some of them are really bad. This is one of the middle to good ones. It's quite interesting, quite good suspense, and a bit of a nice twist towards the end. And they're all called laundry room, laundry night, laundry. You know, they're all about the same. What is interesting about this is that I think it explores 2 different sort of paths, right? There's the first part, and then when you think that's the end of the story, then it adds on another thing later on. You know, but. Too bad we can't discuss it, but we can discuss it the next time round if you guys want to. You know, it's called Laundry Night, and it's by, I'm trying to remember now, A.F. Escada.
Wow, very good. All right, for Ghost-Mortem tonight, my name is Eugene Ting.
I'm Jonathan Lim.
Dedicated as hell. Streaming from which hospital?
NUH.
NUH. Okay. Until next week. John, no more cycling.
Yes, sadly.
Yeah. All right. Hopefully.
See you all.
Yeah. Enjoy the next show. And tomorrow night, 10 p.m., we have On the Fringe with Bill and Matt. Friday Night Live with Sonia Kurana, Kim and JDC and myself. That's Friday Night Live at 10 p.m. We'll see you guys. Good night, everybody.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Hey. I'm going down to the basement. Can you stay on the phone till I'm done? I'm not paranoid, okay? If a crackhead runs out at me, you can call 911 while I fend him off with my knife. I know how to use the knife, okay? Remember I took that class? Come on. No, not you. The elevator's a piece of shit. This whole building's a piece of shit. Every time I use a blow dryer, I have to run down to the murder basement to flip the breaker. Oh, it's here. What are you doing tonight? That sounds fun. Originally, I thought you were coming over, so I was kind of waiting on you to help me do this. Yeah. I'm just trying to not get murdered in my basement doing laundry. Okay? There's a lot of nooks and crannies for rapists to hide. Yeah. So, is Sarah gonna be there? It's just, yeah. Just been a lot of Sarah lately. Yeah, I know not everything's about me, but some things are about me, and this is about me. And you being a massive fuckboy. Hello? Liz? Hello? Don't leave me! Come on! The breakers in this building. Shit. Okay, where are you? Little laundry room, bitch. Oh, fuck yes. Oh, yeah, I'm good. All right, let's get this show on the road. Yes! Oh, my God. Oh, we get the fuck out of here. Hello? Friendly crackhead. Here, this rapist. Oh, stupid elevator. Fuck. Hello? Do you need help? No, wait. Wait, please. Stop, stop.
Hi, it's me.
This some guy in the basement. And I stabbed him, and I think I might have killed him. And he was. I told you. I told you there was.
What's up in your head?
Oh my God. Okay, we need to call 911. Can you call 911, please? Right now. We need to do that. Okay. I'm just gonna. This is disgusting. Wait, why are you here?
What did you find? You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.